Okay. Alright. Welcome back to Undead Unluck Anime Review, episode number 7. We're here reviewing the last 3 episodes of Undead Unluck Season 1. Yeah, part of the Autumn arc. So basically, in the case of episode 22, it continues where we left off with 21, where you have Fuko in Andy's memories, and she's using his fingers. Because that's basically him. And then, of course, you have Andy versus Victor, which, yes, this happened in the manga, so this is not anime original. And after settling, of course, and actually chatting with him, things also hit the unluck by having a Union plane come down and a capture bubble, same one that Andy was caught in back in episode 1 of this show, where pretty much basically like he gets captured and they chat with him for a bit, and if you ask like what's with 8/15 1865, he's like, ask Julius. Okay. And then the book closes on the other end and she gets out. So in Unknown's vision, Unseen kills, actually more like Unrepaired kills Fuko. But thanks to Unknown saying something, Unseen is killed. Yes, though slicing apart Unknown's house. And, of course, I should point out, though, Arbor has no idea who the heck Unknown is at all. He has no idea. So, he's also here with his wife's, yes, his wife's younger sister, well, this cute girl in a bodysuit, which, of course, Fuko briefly fights, even slaps her, and takes her gun that Unrepaired gave her. So, and then, of course, Autumn shows up, and, of course, we have where during this, Unknown loses her other arm, well, his other arm, and they battle Autumn, who apparently evolves to a female version for second phase. And then, of course, we have to need Unrepaired because basically his powers, you don't think he can beat Autumn. So, Unknown proceeds to use his G-liner, which they identified in episode 22. It's like I call it that episode 21. That's the name of this damn pin. To create a device to help them. It's a speed-up device, and he uses it on Rip, which is able to age him up to basically present day, but doesn't kill him. But it does kill Unknown by turning him into ink. Yeah, this actually is just a copy of him. It was the best way to describe this version of this person is that when it comes to Unknown, well, it is a way for this person to interact with the real world. Probably has his voice, but it's not him because basically they show. Because I'm thinking like, wait a minute, they show a flashback when he was a brunette and this one's a blonde. Well, it's confirmed this actually is basically a copy. And still no one can see him despite the fact the item was destroyed. Yes. So then Autumn, with the combined help of Andy and Fuko, they proceed to destroy the main body of Autumn. And, well, as a thank you for restoring him to his natural age, he basically has it where he gives the core of Autumn to Uko and Andy. He, of course, keeps his Soul Calibur artifact. And, of course, he also gives him the G-liner pen because he has no use for it. But he technically wasn't... I don't think he was stated that he was considered to kill Autumn, per se. It's just that killing God is the last item on the list. It's basically the boss that they get to kill God. So they get an earful, but they get the core for Autumn, and they get basically Fuka gets her gun back that Rip gave her back in episode 18 of the series. Yes, having that gun for 6 episodes. And then, of course, it's revealed a bit of a backstory that Rip was a doctor, and there was this woman who wore the same earrings as him, though his had blood inside of his, where he wants to become a villain because he wants to die. Because the whole thing, some of these characters, they just really want to kill themselves. But it's not really brought up very much, though. There's also a weird habit of his, where his eye starts bleeding and he likes licking his own blood. I found that kind of gross. Even the manga, I found this disgusting. But they go off and, well, they accomplish the mission. They captured Autumn's core, so one of the quests scratched out. Despite the fact they weren't technically assigned to that quest. But this does kind of wrap up the season in a nice little bow. Now, yes, I do know of a movie. I think a movie was announced for, I think it's supposed to be Spring is the next arc. Yes, I believe so. They're going to basically take on Spring. Now, as for if they get up anyone in manga, I don't know. There is still plenty of manga to adapt. I mean, by the time the season ended, they only technically adapted the first 53 chapters out of a 239 chapter manga. So, plenty of room. I mean, if of course they cover Spring. Excuse me. Yeah, the Spring arc is next because Spring is actually one of the Umas they're supposed to kill. At least Autumn they have to catch alive, which they don't really state of exactly why in particular. Now, I get the fact, yes, it was a quest, obviously, but as for the specific reason why, it's similar to the case of Spoil. They couldn't, well... So, in case you're curious, though, next arc is actually Winter. Yes, it's the Winter arc, which is really short. Now, if you're curious how long this arc is just a few chapters. 53 to 56. Summer arc is 11 chapters, covering 57 to 67. Spring covers 68 to 93. Ragnarok, which is the final arc of the 100 Loop Saga, this covers from chapter 94 to 132. I think it's also the longest arc of the series. At 39 chapters. Which, some series, that's not very long for some series I've read. Some are longer. Some are like 200 chapters. Then there's the first arc of the Union Saga. Known as the first arc of the 100 Loop Saga, which it is approximately 12 chapters, from covering chapters 133, 144. The Gator War is 145 to 153. This is roughly this is 9 chapters. Yep, 9 chapters. On Feel Arc, it is roughly 7 chapters, covering chapters 154 to 160. On Truth is 161 to 160, obviously 7 chapters. On Move, which also was a character in the series. So, this is 5 chapters, surprisingly. Sick Arc, this is 11 chapters. On Burn, that was also a character in the series. This is surprisingly really short too. This is just 4 chapters. That's it. Unjustice, which actually is Jules, basically Jules' power. This arc is 3 chapters, really short. Unstoppable is 8 chapters, basically 181 to 188. Language arc, this is 199 to 206, means this is roughly 8 chapters. Unchest arc, this is surprisingly 6 chapters. Untouchable, which is Billy's basically... one of Billy's, I think it was actually Tiny's ability. This is 5 chapters covering 213 and 217. Undead Unluck arc, which is the final arc of the series. This is approximately 21 chapters, making it the second longest arc of the whole series. Yep. So, if in fact if we have these arcs adapted for an anime, and like I mentioned, basically these arcs are not long. Like, because I know about the movie coming, but the thing is, winter arc is covered. I think I heard something was supposed to be spring, maybe. Not sure. If they cover the winter arc, let's say do season 2. How many episodes would cover season 2? Well, in the case of winter arc, this can be done in about 2 episodes. Really short. Summer arc. Given the fact this is 11 chapters, I'm thinking this will probably take up, if they do 3 chapters, yeah, definitely winter arc definitely take up 2, and they might start up winter, like, right afterwards. Winter, if they do 3 chapters in an episode, good fact the series is over, so they can easily do this. This can be covered in approximately 4 episodes, this one. The spring arc, this, which is, let's see, 24 chapters? Yeah, 24. So, this can be done in, it'll probably wrap up season 2 if they ever do a season 2 this one. I have to take a look and see, because I know there's a movie coming. Yes, there's a movie coming. When? Do not really know about that. Some might ask, does the series need a season 2? Oh, heck yes, definitely. I'm sure, given the fact there probably is a demand. Okay, so there's a 1-hour anime special sequel. Given the fact it's 1 hour, I'm guessing, and this is pure guesswork on my part, I'm thinking that it will cover winter and maybe part of summer. But if I were the studio who made the show, which is Dave Production, give it a season 2. It needs a season 2. Do I think it could be 24 episodes again? Oh, heck yes, definitely. Yeah, it says it's being produced by E&H Production. They're the ones who are making the special. Okay, so it's covering the winter arc. Okay, interesting. So that's what it's covering. The winter arc. I'm like, okay, interesting. All its notes release is quarter 2025, so quarter 4. So I'm guessing later on this year, presumably. Yes. But now to enter my final thoughts on Undead Unluck Season 1. This is an amazing season. Yeah, by far, really good series. I mean, I just kind of got suggested to do this. I mean, I knew about this series when it came out, but I did not know it would be this good, and the voice cast is fantastic. It's just that usually when it comes to the anime, usually the leads I'm always familiar with, but this one, I was not familiar with the lead. This actually was the first anime I come across where you have main characters, and it's like maybe like a few people I'm familiar with, but not everybody. Yep, so yeah, that's a particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up, so a brand new review series, and also after that will be a comic corner, and then back to that anime, okay? Yeah.